Hi, everyone. Welcome to November 18th, 2020. We've got Thanksgiving coming up next week. And today I want to jump right in because we have so much to show in the world of technology and home automation, audio, visual, smarter. Let's bring on Lauren Roberts and JP from Good Sounds Home Theater. And Lauren, before I let you get into it, I want to just make a quick announcement. So we're in our gifts month. So last week we had Tate's Comics, which was a staple in South Florida, is a staple in South Florida. Next week we have Kelly Murphy right before Thanksgiving with Beauty Counter, and she's going to be showing all the clean beauty products, makeup, everything. So if anyone is trying to get gifts for women and men, watch next week for Beauty Counter. It's going to be really fun. But this today is for our techies and people that love homes, luxury homes, wonderful homes. We have another staple in Boca Raton since 1994. Lauren with Good Sounds Home Theater. Welcome to the Boca Raton Tribune.
Thank you for having me, Hillary. I'm very excited to be here. Yes, we've been here in Boca since 94. My dad and my brother started the business, so we are a family business. And we're going to have JP take you on a little tour through our Control4. We are a certified showroom, and we are also a Control4 Diamond Pinnacle dealer, which is the highest level that you can get to in Control4. And for those of you that don't know what Control4 is, we are about to show you, but it is an automation system. So many years ago, we used to have 6 remotes on the coffee table. And what did we do? We got a universal remote. Well, now there's an app for everything. So what do we do?
Wait, what's that red thing there?
That is the new, that's a special edition. That is a red handheld remote from Control4. That little remote can control everything in your house.
You know what's so funny is when I was a kid in our basement, it wasn't in Florida, we had a box with like buttons and it could turn on lights and like different things in the basement. And now obviously this is like 10,000 steps up. So
it is, but back then only the very wealthy would really, even entertain having automation. And now it's become something that is more commonplace. So we have people that are in rentals that will bring in a system because they'll take it with them and they're buildable now. So,
what is that? What is that thing?
That is a Yale door lock. And I don't know if you could hear, it's playing speakers welcoming you to Good Sounds. But what's great about that door lock is that we give that to, you can give a code to your cleaning lady. You can give a code to your pest control person. And that will actually send you a text when the person arrives and when they leave.
This is so cool.
People in remotely. So if you didn't want to give someone a code, you could just, let them in from your phone wherever you are in the world.
Can each person have a different code? So say you have your cleaning lady. Can the cleaning lady have a different code than maybe your child?
Yes, absolutely. And they all have, you do, it's really cool because we basically give everyone a separate code, and a separate event might happen with each code. For instance, if I put in my code, it might turn the television on to HGTV, my shades might go up, my lighting changes. However, if my husband puts in his code, ESPN might come on the television, shades might go down to make it into a real man cave. So there's an entire set of events that we can actually make happen with just the codes on that door lock.
All right, so I'm going to take 2 steps back here. So first of all, Good Sounds Home Theater, this is a staple company that's been in East Boca Raton since the early 90s. Yes. And their warehouse is there, or I say showroom. Their showroom is there, and you're going to see this amazing theater they have a little later in the program. But so people who are not familiar, let's talk about the topic of home automation first of all. What's home automation in general?
Well, what home automation is it's all about enhancing your environment. So some people will get the misinterpretation that all it is for lazy people. Because people will say, well, what do I need lighting control for? I can get up and turn the light on and off. But that's not what it is. It's about creating a very livable environment that you get used to. And it's about automation comes down to setting scenes. So what we want to do is we want to make it so that if a person arrives home, they push their home scene and everything that they need to happen within the house happens. Or maybe they have an entertaining scene that's like for a dinner party. So automation is really what you make of it. And if you have it, we can control it, basically, is what we say.
Okay, and do people, can you get it once your home is built? I know, can you still add this to an already built home?
Absolutely.
Did we lose JP, by the way, or is he just?
We did lose JP. He'll
come back. Okay.
He's dropping off. I'm not sure why. He's on his way back in. Okay. So with, it doesn't have to be a new build. Obviously, if you're doing a new build, which we work with many builders and we do a lot of new construction, that is ideal just because you can hardwire everything. However, in most cases, people do renovations and they're not knocking down their houses and rebuilding. And here in South Florida, we don't have, the excessive new, we have more renovations. So everything works on what's called a Zigbee network with Control4. So it all kind of connects to each other and strengthens as we add things.
Control4.
Yes.
And that's new, right? Control4?
Control4 has been around since like the early 2000s.
Okay.
So, but it was, for years, it wasn't necessarily, up to par. Now it's rock solid. They had brought in a new CEO in the late 2000s, I think around 2009, and the software and hardware is amazing. They have, they work with all types of third-party companies. So I'm sure you've heard of a Nest thermostat.
Yes.
Yes. So say the client already has that. Well, we just control it. They don't need to purchase a new proprietary thermostat. We just go in and we control.
So, and by the way, for anyone watching who has technological or hardware or software questions, feel free to ask Lauren. She's here. She can talk about what's going on and what the newest technologies and TVs and speakers and all that too. We'll get into that. And we've got JP back. So feel free to ask questions or even just send her your love, because obviously this is the holiday season. They're very busy.
Very busy, but it's exciting. We always say that in the entire process of whether it be a new home build or a renovation, we are what's fun about it. So, everyone loves what we do. And so we try to keep it fun. We like to keep the showroom because we like for all of our clients to actually see how the systems work and be able to play with them themselves. You can see we have some speakers. So that's where our roots are. We really love high-end audio. And so we still do concentrate heavily on that. JP, go back to the red sound bar. So that is a sound bar. Which is that
floating like on a wall or?
Yep, that's just hung on the wall. It looks like it's floating, but it's not. But all the wires are run behind it so that you can't see anything.
Amazing.
And you can get it in any color, which is kind of cool. So sometimes people will match artwork or, whether it be furniture. Sometimes a lot of designers want that to just disappear, so it'll just be white. There's so many different options.
So with that sound bar, say, okay, so all the wires are hidden back there. What if you need to unplug something? What do you do?
Well, or everything is hidden back there.
I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about.
There's nothing you'd really unplug, because if you pull that off, then the wires would come with it.
Right. So it's like that's not needed anymore.
No.
You guys are so far advanced. So okay, so soundbar, and then would your company also come over and install all that and take care of all that?
We are soup to nuts, so we do it all. We install, we have the actual equipment that we sell, and we do the programming, we do everything. And then after the fact,
is that that's a TV?
It sure is. That's the new Samsung Frame TV. That's a 75-inch. The frame comes in white, black, or silver. And when you're not watching television, they have a library of beautiful artwork that you can display.
That is so cool because it looks like a really nice painting. Yeah. And it's basically like a screen. That is so cool. It's a screensaver for your TV.
Yes. And you can also put your own artwork there as well. But this has been a great feature, especially in home offices, because people don't always want just a black television sitting there and they don't want to leave their TV on at all times. So it has artwork and it looks like you can't tell it's a TV.
Right. That's Samsung.
That is Samsung. That's the Samsung Frame series.
What the heck is that?
That is a doorbell.
That was a doorbell. What's so
That's
special about the doorbell?
Well, that doorbell has a camera in it, and that doorbell, it's ringing the speakers throughout the house right now, or throughout the showroom. It works as an intercom, so you are speaking to the person in the house or on their phone, wherever they are in the country. Again, you can do it from anywhere, and you can see them. They obviously can't see you, whoever's at the door.
Right. So talk to me about where we are with TVs, because I mean, I know there's tons of stuff here, but where are we with TV technology? What's changed that's different from, I mean, I have TVs in the house that range from like a decade ago to newer. Where are we at?
So with televisions, what has happened is as they have become thinner and thinner, the electronics have become more fragile, the technology has changed. Now we hear a lot about 4K, but if you go to the store this season, you'll hear about 8K. Now what's interesting with that, and this is where our industry kind of hiccups a little bit, is that we're still paying a premium to the cable companies for HD, which is high definition. And there is not, high definition has become what standard definition used to be. Well, now we have 4K, which we still don't have a ton of content, but 8K has been released. So people say, well, do I need 8K? Well, no, you don't need it. And there's not really any content right now. But what's
8K?
8,000 times the resolution.
8,000 times the resolution. So that's when you're seeing it so crisp, clear. It's like
into their pores at that point. Yes, it is. I mean, 4K is so crystal clear. If you watch 4K on a Roku, which is here, or on an Apple TV, the picture is so crystal clear, it's breathtaking.
Oh,
it really
your
is.
Roku. Anna, can we see Lauren a second? She's going to hold up a Roku. If Anna's, yeah. So what's that you have in your hand there?
So this is just this little cool gadget. It's called a Roku. It's similar to like an Apple TV. But what's great about this and Apple TV is that we actually get a lot more 4K content. And this is how people are cutting the cord. A lot of people they don't want to pay the cable bill anymore, and they're used to streaming. So you can cut the cord and use this, and it has Netflix, it has Apple TV, it has Amazon Prime. All of those features are right in here.
Right. So I have like I was talking about that old TV in my room, and my friend gave me a Roku, and I was able to now watch some of the new Apple TV and other things that I couldn't do because the TV is not a smart TV. So I just plug that in and it lets me add the smart features. Yeah, that's really cool.
So smart can be a little deceiving because sometimes we have a smart TV and a smart receiver, and it's just duplicating itself and it becomes redundant. So I always tell people, if you're perfectly happy with the television that you have, then just make it smart this way.
And can we talk about, or maybe it's not the right time, I don't know where JP is. What about, I know you do outside audio, which is so cool. It's like, it reminds me of Disney World, where you go around and there's sounds coming out of the bushes, and it's just.
Well, so it is just like Disney World, and that's the idea. We actually just finished a really, really large project where the client's home sounds, I mean, it's breathtaking. We should actually do a show at the client's home and play the system because it's unbelievable. But outdoor environments are huge for us. We do landscape lighting and landscape audio. And here living in Florida, that's why people move here, to spend that time outside. And what we can do to make it sound good out there is nobody can touch what we can do. I mean, I'm so proud of it, and it's amazing. We bury subwoofers that you can feel as if you're at an actual concert in someone's backyard.
And what's so neat is that, and you've taught me this, is that the way you frame and position the speakers, you can have amazing sounds like in a bubble at your place, but if you go next door, it's gone. So it's just so neat.
It's very important to do that because years ago, everyone had a covered patio and we would put some speakers under there. So the speaker, you'd have to make really loud to hear them in the pool. So if anyone was sitting in that covered patio, they couldn't hear each other talk. Now what we do is we make it that resort style so that you don't have hot spots. We spread the sound throughout the yard and we point it all back towards you. So you're not aggravating your neighbors and you're getting beautiful sound that everyone can hear.
Oh my gosh, I want everything you guys have. So what else? Show me more.
No,
Show me more. I can't.
So JP, you want to go in the theater? So a little bit about our theater.
Tell them how this is really unique because nobody knows.
This theater is super exciting because it's a JBL synthesis theater. And there are 22 speakers and 5 subwoofers hidden within this theater. This theater is completely acoustically treated. It has a 190-inch screen, and we're running a Wolf 4K projector out of there. It rivals anything that, and I challenge anyone to come to my theater and tell me that they've ever seen anything like it, because there really truly is nothing like it. We are so proud of it. Every client gets to see it and gets to have a little demo in there, even if they're just getting, a Roku, because it's so exciting.
Yeah, the sound's insane. I was there with my son, and once you close the door, it's just amazing.
Yeah, so that room is completely treated. So when you walk into the room, you can hear it in your voice immediately. Your voice becomes very flat, and you're like, what is going on in here? And it's, you can't see anything, but it's all behind the scenes in there, and it's amazing. And years ago we used to do a lot of theaters, and we still do. We still do theaters. Theaters actually are coming back a little bit. But one thing that a lot of our spec builders have gone to is club rooms. And in those club rooms, they have maybe a pool table and a bar, and then they want a little theater section. So it's a much larger space. And something else we're really proud of is we've become very good at making a space like that sound as good as that theater, which is not easy.
So, and a couple weeks ago, we were talking about luxury homes and what the luxury market is. I know, Gary Schlossberg was on and yes. Matthew Boca, et cetera. But so in the luxury homes, I'd like to talk a little more about that. So you said one of the trends is a club room. What else are they putting in here that things that we don't have?
Well, the market is a little strange right now. It's very, very busy. All of our builders are building spec homes again. It's, kind of insane. And it's great for us. We love it. But they're doing, a lot of the builders are now really jumping on board with the automation train. So they are putting in panelized lighting. The houses have full lighting control throughout. JP was just showing you a touchpad that was actually Savant, which is another automation system. But the exciting thing with the luxury market is that the builders are completely on board. Do you see that shade going up and down over there? There's a shade in the background of JP right now. That's an automated shade.
Oh, the shades, yes.
Yes. So the builders are actually, they see the value in what we do. If they don't put in every feature, they're putting in the wiring for it, which is just so great for the homeowners that are purchasing those homes.
Now that panel that he was using a few minutes ago, what can that do? Is that for, what is that for?
That one is for our other automation system. So that's just an iPad that's in the wall. And that's showing you, yes. And that's showing you see the picture of my theater?
Yes.
That's the interface for this particular automation system. So if you push on any certain area, for instance, if you had like a master bedroom and it had lamps, if you touched those lamps, it would actually turn those lights on and off.
That is so neat. So it's easy, like user friendly. You don't have to be a tech specialist to be able to use these type of things.
Absolutely not. So that's something that I talk about all the time because people get very overwhelmed because it seems very high tech and it seems very complicated. But our whole mission with Good Sounds is that we make technology fun and easy. And if I don't do that, then I fail.
I've seen in the commercials, sometimes can you also have access from your telephone, like your smartphone?
Absolutely. Yep. And you even have that intercom access with the front door or with any of the other intercoms in the home. If you're, if you're at work and you see one of your kids is doing something they aren't supposed to, you can intercom right in because you'd be looking at your cameras on your phone. And it's the sky's really the limit, which is so exciting. We control people's pool controls. We can, because especially for people that are out of town, they want to make sure the heater's off. They pool pump. It's come so far, and it's so exciting for us. Every day we get to see new things, and we're constantly fascinated by them.
Wow. So if you're, you know, and I know it's already late November, but what are hot gifts that people are buying now? Instead of, you know, if you don't want to do your whole home, how can you take like a first step? What are some like good first steps to purchase?
So a great first step I tell people is if you are upgrading your TV, is to just start a little Control 4 system and use it as your universal remote per se. Get used to it and then maybe build on it. Some people will call me 3 months later and say, okay, I want to put my lights in the 3 main rooms on the system, 10 switches. And what we do is we basically just replace the light switches, and now we can create scenes because you already have the actual brain there. So that's what, when people say, you know, well, where do I start? I always say, well, if you're ready to upgrade, you don't have to upgrade your TV, but it makes it more exciting because of the, you know, just the image and the resolution. But, you know, I tell them just start a system. Another great thing for the holidays is to do a Roku and make, you know, just to get into the realm of automation and cutting the cord, streaming, seeing how great, you know, we constantly have people say, well, I can just listen to the music from my phone. And then I play a really good pair of speakers for them. And they understand that you don't have to be an audiophile to enjoy really good sound. And it really makes a difference.
Right. It's so just so neat. Are you competing? Not you, but are these like the remote you just showed? Is that competing with like an Echo or an Amazon? Because now they're doing the smart plugs.
We use the Echoes and the like the Google Home. We actually use those, and that's one right there. We use them in conjunction with our automation.
So you bring it all together.
We pull everything in. JP just told Alexa to turn the showroom off, and see it turned everything off, and now she'll turn everything back on.
Oh, right.
So we tie all of that in.
And I can't believe it's almost been 30 minutes. I'm just so excited. I could spend like an hour there. First of all, if you haven't been to Good Sounds Home Theater in East Boca, you have to go over there. What's the address? Where are you guys?
Our address is 7682 North Federal Highway. We are located as a landmark. We're in Boca Raton. We're located directly behind the Miele showroom. So we're in between like Linton and Yamato, on the east side of Federal Highway, directly behind the Miele showroom. And
it's really fun. You can go sit in the showroom. She'll put on a movie for you, and you can just go watch. Since nobody wants to go to movie theaters now, go over to Lawrence and watch a movie.
Well, it's funny because since people aren't going to movie theaters, that's what they're doing. They're really enhancing their home experience, and it's so great to see because people are really using the features.
That is really cool. So I want to make sure that you get across all the information you want to. We always try to, they call this program Boca's Briefcase. So for anyone that's watching, whether they're technologically savvy or just a homeowner, what's a very valuable piece of information you want to show people that might be wanting to get into this market and start buying, or anyone watching?
I would just encourage everyone, you know, I say all the time, we're the same price as Best Buy. Just because we're a small boutique firm doesn't mean that we have small boutique pricing. We are the same price as Best Buy. We price match. And, you know, please come check out the showroom. Maybe you're not ready, but just at least check it out, see what's going on. We always have whatever's new and exciting. And, you know, that's where you start.
Well, what caught my attention years ago with my clients using your company is that, you know, after it's installed, you don't just disappear. If there is a problem, you know, everyone's got that problem. They go, how's this not working? I don't know what to do. You just call. You go, hey, Lauren, and you can't call Best Buy. You can't really do that. I mean, you can, but you can't. So it's just that we have this company that's always there with you.
We are always there. All of our clients have the owner's cell phone numbers. And we also, something that we're really proud of from this year that we developed is we developed a 24/7 service department. So if it's Super Bowl Sunday at 11 o'clock at night and you can't something's not working properly, you call our service number, somebody answers that phone.
Oh, Lisa Feltrinelli just said hi, and she loves working with you. By the way, Lisa, I think is on Tuesdays. I'm not sure that the time, Lisa, you'll have to tell us, but she talks about being at home with Lisa. She's got her own Tribune little program going, which is awesome.
Oh,
Thank you, Lisa.
Thanks, Lisa. Lisa's amazing. Lisa's
So
actually
they can call you in the middle of the Super Bowl if there is a problem, which no one would hope. They can call you guys.
exactly. So it's just that extra layer that the client feels really secure with. And it's important to us because in our industry, you know, you have a lot of people that might work out of their cars or things like that. And what happens is the client can do a sizable job with them. And in 6 months, they're calling, nobody's answering and nobody's calling back. With us, we've been here since 1994. We're not going anywhere. We want, our goal is to make everyone happy. You know, it's just, that's us.
No, it's so awesome. And yes, Lisa, no, thank you for watching. Yes, Lisa's 2 p.m. on Tuesdays. Welcome home with Lisa, 2 p.m. on Tuesdays. So yeah, I'm just so excited you took out the time today. I know before I even got Lauren on here, her phone was nonstop ringing. I mean, JP is like taking breaks from the phone. This is their really busy time. So show Lauren and JP some love, give them some thumbs up and hearts because they really took out their time to share with the community. They really care and they want people to be able to get these things because for someone like me, this is very hard to like go out and shop by myself. So
nope, we take all of that anxiety out of it. We, you know, we start and we don't have to start doing everything. We can just start with one portion and then slowly build. And that's, you know, when someone's super overwhelmed, we typically edge that way.
Yes, you can live like the luxurious lifestyle without having to be, you know, a multimillionaire, which is really great.
100%. 100%.
No, thank you so much. So Good Sounds Home Theater, we thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Good luck. Have a great holiday season. And everyone who's watching, continue to have a happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Happy Thanksgiving, Lauren and JP. And remember, next week with Kelly Murphy, we're promoting beauty products, makeup, everything fun for both males and females, continuing our gift theme for Thanksgiving in November. Oh, and Danny says, best service and price, hands down. Thanks, Danny.
Thank you, Danny.
Thanks. So you have a lot of love. We're getting tons of texts.
You guys are great. Thank you so much.
Love you. Yeah. Thank you again. And we'll see everyone on Boca's Briefcase next Wednesday at 2. And our biggest thanks to the Boca Raton Tribune that creates this platform and allows special guests in the community to promote themselves and come on and share with the community. So please, if you don't already follow them, follow at the Boca Raton Tribune, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and just show them your support so they can keep bringing out our community members and really showcasing everyone here in South Florida. So thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank
Bye.
you.